Dallas Cowboys Game Night is presented by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full access to coaches' film and game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl. Subscribe at DallasCowboys.com/Game Pass.
Cowboys take a big one today from the Dolphins, 31-6, the final from AT&T Stadium that pushes this team to 3-0 for the first time since 2008. This is Cowboys Game Night from the Star in Frisco. I'm Lindsay Draper with Nate Newton. And Nate, I know the Cowboys, when you look down the road, it's getting tough for them coming up. But for now, let's just talk about the win and maybe some good things you saw after a slow start.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it came out pretty slow there, but when they came into the second half, you saw them start scoring points. You saw the defense start putting pressure on their quarterback, getting sacks. You see the offensive line start cleaning it up, and bigger holes was there. Dak threw a costly, not a costly pick, but just a silly pick there in the first. Came out the second half, was almost perfect in the third. This dude is nice. This team is going places.
And they are going places as long as they have two running backs that can rush for 100 yards in a game. Let's go out and hear more from Tony Pollard, who is with Brad Sham and Babe Laufenberg.
Lindsay, thank you. It's been many years since the Cowboys had two backs rush for 100 yards in a game, 1998 to be exact, until today. And what a day for Tony Pollard, his first 100-yard game and his first touchdown. Congratulations. It feels just exactly the way you knew it would.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I could have planned for everything to work out the way that it did, but, I just put my faith in God, and, I'm just thankful the way everything worked out.
So, talk about the touchdown. Take as long as you want. Several thousand well-chosen words to talk about how that came about.
I mean, it was just a good feeling, to get in the end zone for the third time, but for it to be the first real one in the regular season. But, it was just good, just being out there with all the, all the guys, celebrating in the end zone with the big guys. So, yeah, that was a good feeling.
And you talk about putting your faith in God. You also put your faith in that offensive line. How excited are you to just run behind those guys?
I mean, they make the job for me and Zeke so much easier. We get all the credit, but, it goes to those guys in the trenches doing the dirty work.
And as Brad mentioned, scored your first NFL touchdown regular season.
Yeah.
I saw that ball was not going to get away from you. You were coming off. So what are we going to do with it?
Oh, yeah, I had to keep the ball with me, the first one, so I got to put that one up.
Well, Emmitt Smith kept all of them.
All of them?
All of them.
And he had more than anybody.
I don't know if I'm going to keep all of them.
He had to buy another house just to store his touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but, the first one felt good, though.
Yeah, how fun was it when you crossed the goal line knowing, hey, there it is?
I mean, it was just a great feeling, a lot of emotion, a lot of hard work that's been put into it, for it finally to pay off, so it was a great feeling.
Could you tell at some point, and if so, when, okay, this is going to be a day when we are going to be able to run, and we're going to be able to run a lot, and if this score goes the way we want, we're going to do nothing but run for probably the whole fourth quarter?
I mean, our offense, we plan to run the ball every game, so, if things don't work out the first half, we come out and make adjustments, but, second half, we wanted to resort back to what we're good at doing, running the ball, run the clock out, and I think we did a good job of that second half.
And how excited are you, too, that they entrusted you at the end of the game? Usually that's Zeke time, that they said, no, Tony, you're the guy. We got about 5 minutes left. We want you to eat up the clock.
Yeah, that shows a lot of, trust, courage for them to put me in, a situation like that. I had to come to the sideline and thank Zeke, just for, just for letting me go out there and eat like that. So.
Did he say you're welcome, or did he say don't plan on doing it again?
No, he said I was welcome. He said I was welcome, so.
All right, very good. Well, Tony Pollard announced himself. If anybody didn't know he was here, a memorable day for the Cowboys rookie running back. Congratulations.
Yeah, Tony,
great job. For the time. Lindsay, back to you.
Thank you, Brad. Always great to see all smiles from everyone after the game. We're just getting started here on Cowboys Game Night. Much more interviews to come right after this.
This segment is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Play the Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. It's your ticket for a chance to win big.
We're back here on Cowboys Game Night. We've talked all week long about how the depth for this team will have to step up in place of some big injuries, and one of those was safety Xavier Woods. Had Darian Thompson, in his place. I got to learn his name. Yeah, he played well out there. So let's go back out and hear from Darian after his first game starting as a Cowboy.
Lindsay, thank you. The Cowboys started this game missing 3 of their regular starters, and one reason they think they're a good team is they believe they have good players serving as depth, and it's not new to Darian Thompson start a game. He started 16 games with the Giants a couple of years ago, but these fans here have never seen you do it, so they really were not aware that you were something besides a really good special teams player. You knew differently, though, and I want to start with I thought you helped dictate the pace of the game. You saved a touchdown with that third down tackle at a point when, you know, that could have been a 7-7 game. So what was your mindset coming in and playing in the defense for the first time, knowing you're probably going to play the whole game?
Just to go out there and have fun. Throughout the week, I put a lot of focus and concentration on studying and preparation. I knew for a fact that I put my work in already. So to trust what I see, to relax, go out there, have fun. I mean, I'm living a dream. I was a diehard Cowboys fan growing up, and I get to start for them. This is my first start. So,
you know, everybody who comes here says they were a diehard Cowboys fan growing up.
You can call my mom.
No, I'm not.
After my mom watches this, she'll probably call you.
Good. What's her name?
Her name is Shannon.
All right.
Yeah.
Shannon, look forward to hearing from you.
I love it.
How did that come to be that you were a diehard Cowboy fan? That she was a Cowboy fan?
It's just a family. It was a family team. I really had no choice, you know. But growing up watching them, I mean, you can't help but to like them. And for me to be able to be here today and to get my first start, to do well, I think I got to look at the film. It's just awesome. It's a blessing. You know, all glory to God.
And you talked about the preparation. It wasn't until Thursday that it was kind of official or semi-official that Josh Rosen would be the starter and not Fitzpatrick. Right. So in your preparation, did you have to change anything for that?
You know, different quarterbacks have different ways they set up to throw the ball. That's something that doesn't take long to catch on to, though. The formations, the plays, and everything, the offense is still going to be ran the same. Mm-hmm. So the work that I did up till Thursday, I mean, it really did make a difference to us playing quarterback. Thursday, when we got the information that Josh Rosen was starting, began to watch him more.
Yeah.
But like I said, preparation started on Monday for me, and I think it paid off today.
And do you ever shift gears during a game? Because it looked like early on they were willing to take a lot of deep shots with Rosen.
Right. Yeah, they were going to come out there and try to make plays. You know, they're actually a good team. You know, they're pros, and we're in a dogfight for a little while. So hats off to them. Hats off to our guys for sticking it out and finishing the game strong. And time to get ready for next week.
Jeff Heath, I remember when he came into the league, excelled as a special teams player and chafed noticeably when anybody suggested he was anything that other than a really good defensive player. And I think he's still got that chip on his shoulder a little bit. Is that true with you too?
Absolutely. I know I'm a football player. There's not much that anybody else can say to make me think otherwise. I just know as long as I continue to prepare and continue to work like I have been doing, opportunities will present themselves, and then everybody else will know too.
Well, it's nice to meet your mother. I think all Cowboy fans know today that you're out there, and we appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Lindsay, back to you.
Thank you, Brad. Great to always see a young player get to shine. And next up, we'll talk to a veteran player who shined, and that is Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns today. We'll hear from him next.
This segment was brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Play the Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. It's your ticket for a chance to win big. This segment is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to Cowboys Game Night. Amari Cooper with a huge game today, Nate, and I think the most impressive part about it is that it's in the absence of Michael Gallup, who is Dak's leading receiver through 2 weeks.
Mike Cooper is the undisputed leader of that group. He's the man that makes it work. He's the guy that shows all the rest of the guys how to be professional. And he's the X, so everybody else falls in line. Randall Cobb, Gallup, so on and so forth. We love you, my man.
We love you, my man. Let's go hear from Amari Cooper with Brad Sham and Babe Laufenberg at AT&T Stadium.
Lindsay, thanks very much. It's a record-setting Cowboy offense, most yards that the team has ever had in 3 games, the first 3 games of the year. And Amari Cooper, of course, is always at the center of that. A marked man now, 2 touchdowns today. And there were some people who thought that they were just going to put Xavier Howard in your hip pocket and try to make him shadow you all day long. Did they do anything differently to you than you expected?
No, I kind of knew he would shadow me most of the, if not the whole game, most of the game. And I had to be prepared for that, so I watched extensive film on him, and he's a really good player. So, you know, he kind of kept me up at night a little bit watching some of his film.
And the very first play, Amari, you guys go play action. You're running like that fake over and then come out on the corner. You know you're going to be open, but you also have to know this is a long developing play, so hopefully the O-line can protect for it. So walk me through that very first play.
I mean, you hit it on the head. That was exactly my train of thought. I knew that, you know, that's kind of my specialty.
Yeah.
You know, running that double route like that. And, you know, I knew I would win, but I didn't know, because we also have the back on the check down right there. We have Devin outside on the goal and all those things. So I knew if the line didn't hold up, he could possibly check it down to Zeke or something, and I didn't really want that to happen.
Right, and you are such a patient route runner, though. But when you're going down there, do you speed up in your mind a little bit, saying, "Oh, okay, this takes a long time. Maybe I better cut it off a little short"?
It depends. I'll speed it up if I kind of get held up at the line a little bit. So if I'm releasing him and he kind of gets his hands on me, or if I have to do an extra move at the line, then I'll cut the route short a little bit, because that internal clock will go off a little bit in my head.
And you have been fantastic at home. Not that you haven't been good on the road, but last week was your first touchdown on the road. So what is it about AT&T Stadium? You come back here and you get 2 more touchdowns. What is it about this place?
I mean, the aura here is just unmatched. Every time I come here, I feel really good. I feel ready to play. That's not to say I'm not ready to play on the road, but it's just like the stars are aligned when we play here. The stars.
They're very good. Stars.
Yeah. Did you see anything different? You and Gallup have been such an effective combination. The first, with Randall thrown in, the first couple of weeks. Without him, did you see anything different in their coverage? Did it change anything about the way you guys as a group approached it?
Not really. It didn't really change the way that we approached our game, because you know injuries are a part of the game. But obviously, if we would have had Gallup out there, they would have had to make some adjustments for sure with the way Gallup has been playing.
I know you went to Alabama, so you've started 3-0 there, but professionally, 3-0 now. How good does that feel?
It feels great. You know, it's hard to win games in this National Football League, man. So every game counts, and it propels you closer to your end goal.
Just a huge part of the Cowboys offense. 2 more touchdowns today. Amari Cooper, we appreciate the time.
Amari,
Thanks very much. Lindsay, back to you.
Thanks, guys. Obviously, the Dolphins were very depleted coming into this game, but we knew Xavier Howard was going to be a great matchup to watch with Cooper, and it seemed like he just dominated the whole game.
6 catches, 88 yards, 2 TDs. Howard, you're nice, man, but we got Amari Cooper. He's a little bit nicer.
He's just a little bit nicer. After this, Nate, we've got a revenge interview with Robert Quinn, former Dolphin, got a sack today. Can't wait to hear what he's thinking after this win as a Dallas Cowboy.
This segment was brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Cowboys game night continues. Robert Quinn back in the mix, Nate, and even though he missed the first 2 weeks, this man was ready. He knew when his number was called, he was going to have to play.
He was crisp, he was brisk, he was flying off the ball, he was snap count, got him a sack. Got a lot of pressures, man. Hey, this guy missed the game, and he showed it today.
He was ready to get back out there against his former team that traded him away. Let's go back to AT&T Stadium and hear what he had to say following today's win.
Lindsay, thanks very much. Big welcome to AT&T Stadium for the regular season to Robert Quinn, who made his presence felt right away. Congratulations on the win. Thank you. Now, here's my first question, since this is the first opportunity Cowboys fans have had to see it. Was that riding a horse? Was that what that was, that move after a sack?
Yes, sir. You hit it right on the head.
Yeah. And is that because you're a Cowboy now, or have you been doing that all along?
First time. First time, because I'm a Cowboy. I figured riding a horse is what Cowboys do, so I figured that would be my sack dance for now.
Is that it now? Did you give that some thought?
Not a
come
whole
upon
lot.
you. Yeah. Good. Glad to hear that. So was it strange playing the team that you, to the extent that, I mean, it's the same uniform, not the same team.
Yeah.
But was it strange at all playing them?
No, I mean it's football. I mean, when I got traded here, I had to fully commit myself to becoming a Cowboy. And any team I played for before here doesn't really matter. You know, like I said, I got to fully commit myself to being a Cowboy. Former team, still got to go out there, play great, do my best to play great ball, and basically cut no slack because it was a former team. So, you know, keep a job by production. So, you know, I mean, that's how we stay around.
And you hurt your hand in training camp, obviously had to miss time and had surgery. How'd the hand hold up today, and was there any fear? It's one thing to go through practice and you got to pad it up. It's another to go through a game experience. So how did it hold up?
I felt great. I mean, I wasn't really worried about the hand. It was like more conditioning, but, you know, as the game kind of got started, I kind of relaxed and got my breath back underneath me and realized I've been training pretty hard, so I wasn't in too bad of a shape. So I think with all that, I did pretty good today.
Yeah, and well, you got yourself a sack, and obviously with if you have an injury lower body, you can't condition, you can't do those things. With the hand, were you able to pretty much do all your conditioning work in order to get you through a game like today?
Oh yeah, I mean, as long as you can run,
yeah,
and the hand ain't gonna slow you down from running. So I was able to do a whole lot of running, position drills, you know, stuff like that. So I guess, conditioning myself pretty well while I couldn't do much.
Were you on a pitch count at all that you know of? Did they want to try to kind of monitor you for the first game, make sure your conditioning was up to par?
I think they were monitoring, but I mean, if I can go, I'm gonna go. No, I just saw even late into the fourth quarter. As long as I can go, I'm gonna go. You know, if I was tired, we try to rotate as best as possible. But no, I mean, trying to, I guess, limit me wasn't really their mindset. But as long as I was comfortable, they just won't let me go.
Great. I'm looking forward to a lot more horse rides. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There's Robert Quinn. Lindsay, back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Great stuff. You got to hope this guy is going to bring this even more to offset what DeMarcus Lawrence is doing on the other end.
He will bring him, Ms. Linz. This guy can get you 8 or 9 sacks, and on a good year, he can get you 10 or 11. He missed 2 games. He's back. He's fresh. You saw this guy look like he's well-conditioned. I'm saying he's going to get 8 to 9 sacks, and that's going to free up everybody else on that defensive line.
Yeah, the 70th sack of his career today.
Wow.
This is hard to believe that somebody can get that many, but great job in his career so far. We'll see what he can do, and Nate and I will wrap up the show for you and look ahead to what's to come for the Cowboys right after this.
Dallas Cowboys Game Night was presented by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing. Reliant, an NRG company. U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Choose VA today. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full access to coaches' film and game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl. Subscribe at DallasCowboys.com/Game Pass.
Cowboys 3-0, but here's what they've got coming, Nate, Newton, and this is where it heats up.
Oh, yes. Next week is New Orleans in the Superdome or whatever dome that is, the Terror Dome. It's at 7:20. I believe that Sean Payton is by that time will have a game plan that'll be second to none. They got Alvin Kamara at left. I know Drew Brees ain't there, but they got Teddy Bridgewater. He's more than enough. We got to take care of the New Orleans Saints. The preseason is over. We've had 3 luscious and great games of high scoring. That won't be happening, I don't think, next week. It's going to be a dogfight, and we're going to have to play penalty-free. We're going to have to play smart. We're going to have to play hard, and we're going to have to take over.
There you have it right there. That's an ender. There's nothing else for me to say. Cowboys, listen to Nate Newton. Thanks for tuning in to Cowboys Game Night, and we will see you here next week after Sunday Night Football.